Hi, Douglas Simonson here. If you're an aspiring painter, keep watching because today I'm going to show you how painting can be like putting a puzzle together. I'm back with another painting demonstration video, and today is all about putting together puzzle pieces. But first, a little background on the model for today's painting. This is Paulo, a friend from my Hawaii days. Paulo is Brazilian, but he was living in Hawaii at the time. I asked him to model for me. He said yes, and so I took him to Diamond Head Beach at sunrise. I shot a lot of film that day. Yes, I was still shooting film back then. Anyway, this is the photograph I'm going to be working from today, and this is the tweaked version. Now, this is an important part of the process if you want to make painting more like putting a puzzle together. I use a combination of filters in Photoshop to make the continuous tones of the photograph more like the pieces of a jigsaw puzzle. And I have a video on this channel that you can watch if you want to know more about how I do this. So this process greatly reduces the number of colors you have to mix, and it also makes it a lot easier to see where the lights and darks are. You can think of each little area like a puzzle piece, except that you are creating each puzzle piece with paint. So I take the tweaked image and transfer that to canvas with pencil. I didn't get a photo of the painting I'm working on today. This is a different one, just to give you an idea of what that looks like. See, I kind of outline each puzzle piece. Then it's just a matter of mixing the colors, which is a bit trickier than I'm making it sound because it's really not even about the colors, it's about the values. And by values, I mean the lights and darks. I suggest you look at my values video to get a better idea of what this is all about, because understanding values is one of the best things you can do to make your paintings look better. And there's also a really good video by Paint Coach. This is another channel on YouTube, and he does a really good job of explaining values in that too. I'll put a link to that in the description. Okay, now I'm going to show you the time-lapse video where I actually create the painting. As you're watching, think about how I'm putting the puzzle pieces together. You have a good example of why values are so important. See, I'm having to repaint this whole purple area, not because the color wasn't right, but because the value wasn't right. The purple was fine, it was just a little too dark. So now I'm having to repaint it with a slightly lighter version of the same mix. And one of the reasons this happens is because painting in acrylics, they'll dry darker. And so you've got it perfect when it's wet, then it dries and it's too dark. The more you work with acrylics, the better you'll get at predicting this, but it's still tricky, and sometimes, like right now, you have to repaint a whole area because it's a little too light or a little too dark. There, you see, now it looks much better. And now all the pieces of the puzzle are in place. Here's the final painting. You can see it now on my website. And that's it for today. I hope this has been helpful. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do. That inspires me to do more videos. And if you got a little inspired today watching me paint, go put on your painting pants and go paint.